Yeah, this is the continuation of whatever the class that we were going through. It is about the system models. We have gone through the context models in that particularly behavioral model. We have gone through the sequence diagram also, where it's called interaction diagram as a part of the system model. Now we will get into the data models, and then finally we end up with the object models and all. We'll see, because object models already we have gone through. Right, then straightway we will get into architectural design and all other aspect of that. This is what we are right now doing. It's a part of IA number 2. IA number 1, we already completed the portion that is required for that. We are into IA number 2 portion. This is the most important thing. We already gone through state diagram, sequence diagram, use case diagram. There, you can consider that as a model representing various perspectives of the system. Please remember various perspectives. The one of the perspective today, what we are going to see, right, is data flow diagram. See, in this data flow diagram, what we focus is different processing activities and how to data get transformed from the input to the output. You can very well say that it is an input, processing and output, right? Every processing input, what kind of details input it takes and what kind of an output it produces. It is the input mapping to the output, and we call it as a data interchange among these processing functions and all. This is the focus of that. Now please look into that, compare with the previous models, whatever we have gone through. How do I look at the system? See, different people look at a given situation different way. I gave an example. You look at the sky in the night or maybe in the daytime, right? Or clouds, you look into that. Different people give interpretation on that particular shape, okay, whatever they see there on the screen. Something it appears like a human being, something like a devil, something, okay, different, okay, things people interpret. Similarly, when you look at the system, you as an analyst, okay, you can, or you as a designer, you can look a system from different perspective. Behavioral perspective, you have a state diagram. Interaction perspective, you have a sequence diagram. Functionality perspective, you have got a use case diagram. So that's what we have seen it. Now, one of the perspective which what we are going to see now is that, right, okay, the system made up of what? A processing element. What all the different processing element system consisting of, and what kind of input output transformation, okay, every processing component they do, how do they get connected so that, okay, every input get converted into actual final output from the product. Okay, this is what, okay, we are going to see in this particular model. You will have a sure question, all these things, please take it, right? 10 marks, even 1 mark also, right? And 5, okay, 5 to 10 marks, surely, right? You will have a question on use case diagram, sequence diagram, state diagrams, data flow diagrams. All these questions are, okay, surely you'll get in every exam. Take it as an Intel exam 1, 2, 3, or CTA. CTA is a different aspect, right? And semester end exam, surely, right? But for the problem description will be different. So in the next class, I mean, in the previous class, we already gone through the various symbols used to represent this data flow diagram. Data flow among the different processing elements, right? So for that, you have a processing element represented by circle. Sometimes some people, some note, textbook uses oval type also. Then external entity, it could be anything, right? Is a rectangle like this, and any output, okay, where the rectangle with uh, the edge, okay, cut that one, right? Then data flow is indicated by arrow mark, and data store or database, whatever you call, that is represented by two parallel lines. Sometimes single line is also being used in many of the, okay, the document that we have seen, but two parallel lines we use this notation for all practical purpose, for examination purpose, in this institution, right, department. Okay, now let's look into the other aspect. Yesterday I told you just a summary, right? Look at the reader number, it get a data item, and whatever that data item you got it read, that one, it get transformed. See, sometimes there may be transformation or sometimes it may be stored in the repository. And yesterday I told you that one repository database, you need to number, you need to, sorry, name it properly. It is not a number. You can say that one, it is a student database, okay, or you can say that one is salary database, right? Or increment database, whatever it is, or paper count, publication count database, something like that. Don't write simply number. Correct. Thus, now look at that here. That item, it is a red number and number is being passed to validate that number. Whatever the number you entered is correct or not. So what are the process you have here? Reading a number is a one process and validating the number is another thing. So this is a simple example, but reading number, computing this, it is not at the micro level things are being written. So this flow diagram, data flow diagram is represented right at the abstract level, higher levels, or it can be broken down to right micro level things also. Right, when it's at the higher level, we call it the zeroth level. Right, when it goes into the other levels and all, then we keep on writing level 1, level 2, level 3 data flow diagrams and all. We will see that one, how do we represent levels, right? Now let's take the another important thing term, right? Prepare a data dictionary. Ashish, you can note down, right, in your in-class question bank. This is not a question bank really, okay, in terms of true examination oriented. No, this is a bank, right, containing several question, right, which will trigger you people. How do you prepare yourself a given, okay, a chapter or a section or a paragraph and all, right? So those things will tell about that. It is not a question bank, in fact. So look at the data dictionary. Data dictionary is a very important thing. All terminology used in your data flow diagram are to be described here. So you may get a question, Ashish, you can note down and put it there. Right? Prepare a data dictionary for the following description. Scenario, following description or following scenario or following problem scenario or the following business scenario, whatever the term may be. Right? So all terms used, right? Sometimes you use expressions, sometimes you use explanatory note to describe what exactly is that. For example, gross pay here. A gross pay equal to regular pay plus overtime pay. Put together we call as a gross pay. So that you can understand what exactly you mean by gross pay. These are all terminologies used in that particular story, right? This is a very important thing, right? So we'll see that later. Now consider one example, okay, tic-tac-toe, a computer game. You know about the tic-tac-toe is a computer game in which human player and computer makes an alternative move on 3 cross 3 square. A move consisting of, okay, some marking and all, right, whatever that is there, and all that square is marked from 1 to 9, okay, something like that, right? So that description is given. Now consider that this description, you need to write data flow diagram. Okay, this problem scenario or the stories, usually in software engineering we call a story or a business scenario, right? Scenario always at the smaller levels, right? Yes. Stories are at the bigger levels. Now consider the stories, I mean scenario here, right? You will be asked to prepare data dictionary for this, or you'll be asked to prepare data flow diagram. Ashish, you can note down, okay, prepare data flow diagram for the following, okay, story, business story. Ashish, are you all right? Listening?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. Noted.
Right. And you can take a screenshot of this also, you can put it there. Got it? Right. Okay, such a description you will be getting in the
Yes, sir. Done, sir.
yeah, such a description you will be getting it in the examination. It could be any unknown description. Don't expect the description from the textbook. Certainly not. Please remember, certainly not. But it may have so happen that some teachers, when question paper setting goes to outside people, accidentally you may get the question from the book only. Right? In that case, please don't try to interpret that from the book. You will get it. No. From question bank you will get it. No, right? But you will get a question on prepare a data flow diagram for the following, okay, business scenario. What is scenario is unknown things. Got it? Now let's look into such simple thing. How do your data flow diagrams, okay, look into. Now look at that, the zeroth level, right? Zeroth level thing, it goes like this, right? You have a human player is an external entity, then tic-tac-toe software, you mark it as a 0, indicating that level 0, it is highly abstract in nature, right? So external entity provide a move could be anything, it could be a number, 1, 2, 3, 4, which cell they wanted, that cell number could be. Right? It goes to the tic-tac-toe software here. Then it will display that board again with whatever the move it has been done, marked one and all these things. Display. You can label it. Now this is 0th level, but it doesn't reveal anything at all. Right? Now I will try to elaborate this computing element of tic-tac-toe software further. Right? Now look at that. When you get into the first level, this particular 0th, whatever you mark it, dot 1, 0.1 you get into, that dot 1 indicates that is the first level. Right? Every processing component you can take it and explore it more. Right? It is all processing element. Processing elements are shown with a circle, sometimes oval in different documents and all. This every circle you can take it and elaborate, and or all circles together you can take it and elaborate that one and put it. Now the circle I can take it and elaborate. Now look at that. Okay, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4. There are four component processing component there. Right? 0.1, what it does, okay, now look at the two parallel things. It is a board, it is a repository. Right? So it takes details from the repository and it will display the board on the screen. Right? It goes to the external things. Now, in fact, in this, right, for every arc you find here, you need to label it what data moves there. Right? You can say that one board marked with cross mark or whatever it is. Right? So that is being displayed. Now look at the 0.2, right? Move. You can still write move in the form of a cell number. Could be. It is a validator move. Cell number, right? 1 to 9. If you validate the move, in the sense whatever the number you give, that should be valid one as per the rules given in the game. What is a valid rule, validate and all? Okay, that you need to look into. Okay, that move is put into the board, right? Then play move, right? Play move, you will be playing that one, right? Then every play will be validated. Then check the winner. Every time it checks the winner and results are displayed on the screen. So now what is that? I understand this is the system, but the perspective of this diagram is to know that one, what all the processing element involved in the system and what kind of data transformation takes place. And that is an objective of this particular diagram. We'll keep moving. We'll take another few examples like this. Look at that data dictionary. How do you build? Right? Prepare a data dictionary for the following problem description. Ashish, you can take a screenshot of this. Right? And you write it there. Prepare data dictionary for the following story dot dot dot, and you can give a hint. Look at that. This is how data dictionary look for that. So when data dictionary we ask you to write, you can be as precise, as professional as what you see it on the screen. See, you need not write unnecessary things. Assume that preparing data dictionary is 5 marks, and one page of stories given to you, and the answer could be only 5 lines. And how can be 5 marks for this? No, it is not that. Right? 5 marks or 8 marks, it depends on how much time that you spend there. Entire 3 hours of your effort is distributed in terms of the time, in terms of the efforts and all, and the marks are allocated for that, because you will put an effort in reading that particular paragraph, and that reading part is not being reflected here directly. So but the end result of reading is put in that just 2 lines, 3 lines, still it may carry 8 marks, still it may carry 5 marks and all. Please understand, how do you understand what answer is to be written? Simply you can write the data dictionary for the DFD model or data dictionary for the given story is as below. That's all. Write this. That's the end of that. Beyond that, you are not supposed to write anything. If it's 8 marks, you will get 8 marks for this. Right? And don't be under the impression that if I write more and more, I get better marks. No. For completeness, you get a full marks. And completeness, is nothing but very crisp, very accurate. Got it? When I say crisp, please remember Parle-G glucose biscuit. That's what is a crisp we are talking. Got it? Right? When Parle-G biscuit becomes soft, your answer is dull, your answer is not appealing one. It is something. Dip Parle-G biscuit in tea or the milk and then eat. It is nothing but a very dull answer, very inactive answer. Okay, this. So move, right? It is an integer number between 1 to 9. So precise. You need not write even complete sentence also. Display is a game and result. Game is a board. Board is an integer consisting of integer. Okay, thus 9 cells. Result, computer one, human one, or draw. It is a set. That's the end of that. So professionalism is being precise, being accurate, being on time, completing in time, right? So these are the different perspective of being professional. Please, okay, start moving in this direction so that very soon you will be facing interview and all. Even you should know how to communicate, what kind of an interaction you are supposed to do when a question is asked to you. Any question from the floor? A student can keep on putting your question in the chat box as and when you get it. You need not wait until I ask you a question. Ashish, Arpita, any question at this stage?
Not yet,
Not yet.
sir. Nothing on chat box.
Yeah, not yet is a very appropriate answer. Okay, when we get it, we will say it. Right? Good. But please remember, in the examination, you will get something. No, this is a simple example I'm taking. Okay, we'll look into some case studies also, right? So such a kind of a description you will get it. Could be half a page, right? And you'll be asked to write a data flow diagram. In this case, it's very simple. We'll see the other things, right? And prepare data dictionary both for 10 marks. Is only data flow diagram, 5 marks because the description is very small. If the description is complex and more for a same size, number of lines of description, right, then the same thing will get a marks of 8 marks or 10 marks, depending on how much effort you put it in right preparing your answer. Okay, now, okay, importance of data dictionary, I told you, right? Okay, you are supposed to know about the terminology used in a given domain. So when once you know the terminology, right, then understanding the domain becomes simple. This is essential when you as an analyst interact with the client while preparing requirement specification and all, right? It provides a standard terminology for all relevant data used in that particular work. Please understand this. Are you clear about that? Right? So data dictionary plays a very important role. Prepare a data dictionary for given story, given problem description. So please understand that everything is by practice. You will not get a question in the exam, right? What is that data dictionary? What is the use of that? Explain with the example. No such questions. You'll be given half a page, A4 size, half a page description, okay? And you are supposed to prepare data dictionary for that after writing, while writing data flow diagrams. Are you clear about this? Ashish, is that okay?
So,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Now look at the another example. In fact, I would like to read here. I would like to read here, right? See, when you go through your session, please read it. Please read it. Okay. Until
Sir, you're muted, sir.
you please read this. Please read. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. For a minute. Yeah, I'm back here. I think you people have read it, right? Now let's look into that. When you read it, this is something like a case study. Yeah? Please remember. I'll read it, and while reading, okay, I need to, as a reader, as an analyst, I need to capture what all processing elements are there, then what all the data that is required, what kind of transformation it takes place. Okay, all of you look into that. Now look at that. Supermarket needs to develop a following software to encourage regular customers, right? For this, customer needs to supply his or her residence address, telephone number, and driving license number. Please remember, when data flow diagram we write it, all such details we need to write it, label it for the arc. Okay, or sometimes people will write customer details. You write customer details, right? In the bracket you can write residence address, telephone number, and driving license number. Be precise which are the data elements that you it is moving into some processing element, right? So customer is an external entity, right? Then these are the data members. Each customer who register, I mean registration is one. Please remember, registration is one process. I think I can use the marking, that will be better, so that you can understand better. Now, all of you look into that. This is the one external entity, customer. Hope the marking you will are getting it. Then residence address, telephone number, and driving license number. Okay, they serve as data which move from the customer to something. Okay, what is that processing element? The processing element you have here is a register, right? Registration. So you can simply can write like this. Okay, you can have a process as a registration. In short, I'm writing. Then you can have a external entity as a customer, right? Then you can use this arrow mark here. But please write here. Okay, I'll show you with the other color, right? Blue color. Yeah, I'll use a blue color right here. Data members, right? See here data members, what you can write is residence, okay, address, re residence address, completely write it. Then you can write telephone number, okay, telephone number here, right? And driving license number, DL. All that details you write it. Sometimes people write simply customer details, right? So please look into that. So keep on building this particular thing, you keep on building. Okay, that becomes a data flow diagram. You read it and simultaneously build it, right? So each customer who register for uh, 1 minute, right? Who register for the scheme is assigned a unique customer number, right? Now please look into that. Assign unique number. Assign unique number is one process. Registration is one process, okay, which already we have gone through. Then assigning a number is a one process. For this, you need customer details. After registration of that one, it goes to the database. Now what you can do is, right, right here. Now here there is some visibility problem. Let me change the color. Yeah, okay. Now here you can say that one, you can have a parallel lines here. Okay, customer database. Please all of you look at the screen, right? Customer database. Okay, here you can say customer details. Customer details that gets into this. Okay, along with right customer details. Then you have either you can write like this, or this can be taken into another process. Assign, right, customer number, ACN, right? All these details will go there, and this is being stored in the repository. Registration is one process. Assigning customer number is another process. Got it? In such small example, you can go at the micro level like this, or you can registration and assigning customer number. That together it can be okay the one process. Right. So now look into that. Here, a customer can present his CN to check out stuff when he makes a purchase. Right. Now there is another process called purchase. So customer will do the purchase. Purchase details will be given by that. These purchase details are entered into repository. Right. Please try to recollect this. And at the end of each year, the supermarket intend to award a surprise gift of 10 customers. Award gift is a process. Award gift will take a purchase details from the repository, right, and awards it. And award 22 carat gold coin every customer whose purchase exceeds 10,000. Award, okay, prize, right, one. Then identify top 10 customers, right, is another process. So like this, you are supposed to read this, prepare a use case diagram in case of a use case diagram requirement, prepare data flow diagram if data flow diagram is being asked. So scenario stories will be different. Please remember, whatever given in the book, whatever we discuss, that you will not get it in the examination, right? I'll discard all the things and let's look into this particular case. See here, supermarket software, 0th level, sales clerk, sales details will be entered. Supermarket will find a winner list. This is an output. Okay. Uh, the the edge is something looks like a dog's ear, right? Dog-eared, okay, rectangle, right? A manager, okay, he will generate a winner, right? Customer details are entered and customer number is given. This one, this is everything is put into one circle computation. You begin with 0th DFD. Then this 0 DFD, you are going to explore that beyond that. I'm giving one example, 0.2.1 directly. It is at the second level, right? No, sorry, third level, right? So there are three numbers in the sense it is at the third level, right? The third level, now look at that. You have a repository. Let me use marker here. Here, see, look at that. Here you have a repository, right? Then find total. I mean, which particular DFD has been explored more is the second one. What about the 0.1? 0.1 I have not taken into account. Okay, 0 to 1 is broken into 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, etc. Now 0.1, okay, I have not taken. So I have taken 0.2 here. Okay, it is broken further into this particular level. 0.2, I'm sorry, 0.2 is broken into 0.2.1. What is that? Generate surprise gift. What it does, it takes input from the repository and generate surprise gift winner list, right? Then 0.2.2 generate gold coin gift winner, right? List, it takes it in that gold coin winner. Again, okay, it is a computing element. Okay, it stores in the repository as well as generates an output, right? Now to find the total sales information is given as input, right? And generate something right here. Then it will put it everything in its repository. Please understand, 0th level you have seen before. Then this 0th level you can break into 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, and 0.2 in this case as a sample because something is being skipped here that you people have to do it. 0.2 is further explored in this way. So you'll find that one paragraph will take around, okay, 1 or 2 page of length if you explore in micro level level the given DFDs. Got it? Right. And there is some theoretical stuff that we need to go through that. Look at that. This numbering scheme, right, is a very important thing, right? Wait, I'll use marking. Yeah, here you can see 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, etc. When a bubble numbered x is when bubble numbered x is decomposed, right? We write x.1. Please mute your mic, all of you. Please, please mute your mic. Please mute your mic. Right. X.1, X.2, X.3, you number it. Again, X.1 further, okay, you put a dot and get into. See, look at that. It is necessary to number the different bubbles occurring in DFD. This number helps in uniquely identifying any bubble in the DFD by its bubble number. And please read, the bubble number at the context level is usually assigned the number 0 to indicate that it is a level 0. This level 0, further you can explore that one, bubble at level 1, okay, numbered as 0.1, etc. Right? So with this bubble number, you can find out its ancestor and its successor. Right? This connectivity you can establish, and that's how it's being written. Right? Right. So I will not take you through this. This is the one example which you can work out. Screenshot, you can take it. Ashish, you can take a screenshot of this and put it in our question bank, in-class question bank. It is called in-class question bank, which helps you for learning. Take a screenshot of this. Ashish? Ashish, are you in?
Yes. I'm
Both you are
taking.
taken? Both you are taken?
Yes,
Okay. Take this also.
done. Sir.
Take this also. Okay?
Yeah, yes, sir, done.
Yeah, I'll skip all these things, right? Okay, you will be preparing. You'll be preparing. Okay, please, all of you work out. Okay, this example, whatever the Ashish now is recorded, the solution will not discuss, right? Now, let's look into the example given in textbook. So, data flow diagram of order processing. See, and is being written here. Look at that. Data flow models are an intuitive way of showing how data processed by a system, various processing components of the system. Okay. At analysis level, they should be used to model the way in which data is being processed in the existing system. That's what it's called data model. Right? Now look at that order details and bank order form, etc. One minute, I'll use a marking. I'll use marking. Yeah. Yeah. This is the input. It goes to the complete order form, validate order, record order, send to supplier, send to supplier, send to supplier, adjust available budget, right? These are all different components. Please look into that. When you read a paragraph, understanding that business context is more important. What all the processing component, okay, is involved in that system, identifying that is very important. And remember, you will not get a question from the book, whatever that's given here, right? So these are all external elements, right? External entities, right? And this is how a data flow model example is being given for order processing. For order processing, you need a okay, fill form, you need to validate the form, then record the order, right? Send to supplier, adjust, send to supplier is an activity, right? Adjust, okay, available budget and all, that's again a process. So budget will get reflected, the changes and all, order file, that order, whatever you have prepared, order details will get into the order files. So this is how the view you are building. Okay, we call it as a viewpoint, right? So please look into that. Sequence diagram is one viewpoint of the system. Use case diagram is another viewpoint of the system. Data flow diagram is another viewpoint of the system, right? Please look into state diagram is another viewpoint, right? So viewpoint in the sense the way that you view a particular system. Perspective, viewpoint, or sometimes we call it a perspective. Are you clear about this? Ashish, Arpita.
Yeah,
Eh,
yes.
yeah. Okay. The another example given in a book also you can get into. Beautiful thing. Worker is an external entity. Worker is an external entity here. Tax rate. I'll use marking 1 minute. Huh? I'll use marking. Wait. That will be better. Right. Now look into that. Is an external entity because it's a rectangle square. Then tax rate single line, I told you sometimes it is a database. 2 lines you use it. Company record is a database or repository. Employee record is database, okay, or the repository. Now look at that. Get employee file. From where do you get it? From the worker. Okay, what is that? You get an employee ID, right? Then you get the details for a given employee ID here, given employee ID here, you get details from the employee record, right? In that, okay, you take a pay rate, extract a pay rate and give it for weekly pay. In that overtime, whatever that is there, you take it and give overtime, okay, pay. Okay, weekly pay, compute weekly pay and gives it to overtime pay. It will add all these things. It will go to the total pay. Then tax deducted, deducted tax is a process. It will deduct that one, and net pay it will give to the issue paycheck. Issue paycheck, it will issue the check to an worker. A check is issued. Oh, the question here is that all such simple things we use diagrams and all, and we have to learn all these things. Yes, because real life situation which you solve in the industry will not be as simple as what we are describing here. It will be very complex, right? If I refer it to the database management system, what is that we do here is we make you to create 2 table, 3 table, maybe if it's a complex 3, 4 tables. I think beyond that, nothing, right? But in real life, it will be several, okay, hundreds of table. Several hundreds of table. How do you manage it? Life becomes complex, right? So this meeting is ending in next 2-3 minutes. If you have any questions, please. Otherwise, we'll stop now and continue from the where we are stopped. Right?
Excuse me, sir.
Please.
So I don't have question related to this, sir. So I want to bring to your notice that our soft skills and aptitude class are not running, sir.
Yeah.
Since the previous month.
Yes.
So it has been 10 hours for now, sir.
Yeah,
not
right.
even single class.
Yeah. Please don't bring such things in class recordings, because it is being recorded here, right? It is only software engineering here. Okay, only software engineering.
Sorry.
This kind of protocol one has to follow it. Got it? Right. Any questions at this stage? But the question raised by you is a valid one. We are aware of that. Institution is supposed to reach, we will notify to them. We are aware of that, right? We will get back to that. So if there are no questions, right, I'll stop sharing my screen. As many as 48 to 52, right, students have participated. You have to increase this strength also. I do understand that there are some network problems and all. People are referring videos recorded there. It's a good thing. No issues about that. But see that you participate, right? So Ashish and Arpita, shall I close this meeting? Ashish, shall I end the meeting?
Yeah, yes, sir, you may.
Right. Okay, please update our in-class question bank. Thank you. You can go to the next session. Right, bye.